The diplomatic summit on Kepler 442b was humanity's first real chance to join the Galactic Council, and Ryan Torres had already messed it up spectacularly. "You said what to Commander Zixthor?" Maya Chen hissed, her dark eyes wide with horror as she dragged Ryan behind a crystalline pillar in the reception hall. Ryan winced, clutching his ribs where the 8-foot Krathian warrior had accidentally backhanded him across the room. "I said nice butt. How was I supposed to know their posterior armor plating is connected to their reproductive display rituals?" Maya pressed her fingers to her temples. As Earth's lead xenoanthropologist, she'd spent 3 years preparing humanity's delegation for every possible cultural pitfall. Somehow Ryan, her ex-boyfriend and the mission's linguistics specialist, had found one she'd missed. The translator implant must have rendered it as a mating proposition, Maya muttered, pulling up her holocomputer. Krathians turn that shade of crimson when they're interested. "Ryan, you basically proposed marriage to their military commander." "Well, to be fair," Ryan said, grinning despite the pain, "humans invented armor centuries ago, and we still haven't figured out how to make the backside look dignified. Their engineering is actually impressive. This isn't a joke," Maya snapped. But she could see the diplomatic chaos unfolding across the hall. The Krathian delegation was in heated discussion, their armored plates shifting through various colors. The insectoid Vexari representatives were clicking in what their translator rendered as laughter. Even the normally stoic ethereals seemed amused, their translucent forms pulsing with soft light. Ambassador Flores materialized beside them, her expression grim. "Chen Torres, the Krathians are demanding an explanation. Either this was a grievous insult or—" She paused. "Torres has just challenged their commander to a bonding trial." "A what now?" Ryan asked. Maya's fingers flew across her holoscreen. "Oh no. Oh no. She looked up at Ryan with something between pity and exasperation. "A bonding trial is a Krathian tradition. If someone proposes union, the challenged party can demand the suitor prove their worth through a test of strength, wisdom, or courage." Ryan paled. "I'm a linguist, not a warrior." "Then you'll have to choose wisdom," Ambassador Flores said sharply. "Because if you refuse entirely, the Krathians will consider it a blood insult. We'll lose our council bid before it even begins." 30 minutes later, Ryan stood in the center of the grand hall while Commander Zixthor loomed before him. The Krathian's armor had settled into a deep purple, the color of formal challenge, Maya had explained. "Human Ryan Torres," Zixthor's voice rumbled through the translator. "You have invoked the ancient right, whether by wisdom or foolishness. I set before you the trial of understanding. Explain to this assembly why your species deserves a seat on the council when you are so fragile, so short-lived, so divided among yourselves." The hall fell silent. Every species present leaned forward, literally or metaphorically. This was the question at the heart of humanity's application. The Galactic Council had watched Earth for centuries. The wars, the environmental destruction, the constant conflicts. Why should they trust such a chaotic species with galactic citizenship? Ryan looked at Maya. She gave him a tiny nod of encouragement. He took a breath and stepped forward. "You're right, Commander. We are fragile. The backhand you gave me, I'll be bruising for weeks. Any of you could kill me with barely a thought." He gestured around the hall. "The Vexari live for centuries. The ethereals exist beyond physical form. Krathians can survive vacuum exposure. We can't." Zixthor's plates rippled, color uncertain. "But here's what we learned from being fragile," Ryan continued, his voice gaining strength. "We learned to protect each other. We invented medicine because we break easily. We created art because life is short. We built societies because alone we'd die." He met the commander's eyes. "You want to know why we're divided? Because we have 7 billion individuals with 7 billion different dreams, and we're still learning how to honor all of them. That's not weakness, that's the hardest work in the universe." The Vexari translator clicked softly. Several species shifted, considering. Ryan pressed on. "You've all mastered your homeworlds, but we had to master ourselves, our violence, our greed, our fear, while racing against our own self-destruction. We're not perfect, we still fail constantly, but we keep trying. That's what humans do. We fail, we learn, we get up, and we try again." He turned to face the entire assembly. "Every species here has something we don't. Longer lives, stronger bodies, unified cultures. But we have something too. The perspective of people who know how easy it is to lose everything. Who understand that survival isn't guaranteed. Who fight for each other because we have to. He paused. The galaxy doesn't need another invincible species. Maybe it needs one that remembers what it's like to be vulnerable. The silence stretched for heartbeats. Then Zixthor's plates rippled through a spectrum of colors before settling on gold. Respect? Maya's implant translated. Human Ryan Torres, the commander rumbled. Your words carry wisdom earned through struggle. This is a worthy answer. Zixthor extended a massive hand. The trial is satisfied, and the proposal is respectfully declined. The hall erupted in various forms of laughter and approval. Even Ambassador Flores cracked a smile. As the assembly dispersed, Maya sidled up to Ryan. Not bad, for someone who can't keep his mouth shut. Ryan grinned, still clutching his ribs. So do you think we made the council? Ask me after you learn to compliment alien architecture without proposing marriage. But she was smiling too. 3 months later, Earth received its provisional council seat. And Ryan Torres became the first human to accidentally diplomat his way to galactic citizenship, though he never again commented on anyone's armor plating.